Hi guys, welcome back to the Play On podcast. This is episode number 86. We have a couple things to talk about. Very odd week for a Barca fan. Same thing for Real Madrid fan. I think this is probably their worst week yet this season.
Yeah, you know what? I just I think we just gotta stop saying things in the pod because every time we bring something up, it just changes.
No, no, no. Let's keep bringing it up. We'll go over the Champions League results first. I think the biggest one is yours. No, I would say Barca's as well. But we'll start
No,
off.
I would say the other one,
Which one?
PSG Bayern.
Why?
Bayern completely dominated that game.
Yeah, I don't think that's a big story. I think it was a bigger upset the Barca Bruges.
I'd say that that's a bigger ups. It would be a bigger upset if they lost. It was a big story because it was a draw, which no one expected, especially you or me, because we didn't even mention it because we thought it was gonna be an easy win. I didn't even consider it as a hate watch because I'm like, oh, Barca should have it. And yeah, it didn't happen. But yeah, I think the PSG Bayern one is a bigger because even though PSG has struggled this year, we still sort of held them at that pedestal of like, oh, they still won the Champions League, it's still this team.
Hmm.
But the cracks are still there, and we've been giving them the benefit of the doubt, even though they have injuries and all this other stuff. But Bayern are on the uptick, and there's even though I've hated them or not them, but like I
Company.
think company because he really shouldn't have gotten that job, but he's proving me wrong of he's a capable coach, and
Yeah.
also Harry Kane's in good form, but so I'm still not gonna concede on that point.
But the biggest player
But
right now for them is Luis Diaz.
I think they're alternating because Olisa at the beginning of the year was also very hot. He's kind of cooled off, and Luis Diaz has sort of taken over, but he's been incredible for them. It's sort of makes you wonder why did Liverpool sell him?
Yeah, especially on that left flank. Well, I don't know. It's weird. Like Arne Slot would not use him very often. He'd prefer Gakpo, which again, Gakpo had a great season last season. But Luis Diaz shows that he has a lot of level. And I'm one of the first ones that was criticizing Barcelona for going for Luis Diaz. Keep in mind we probably didn't have the money for him. Um, But no, he's looking insane, dude. Like his speed, even in the weekend, the league game, he scored an insane
The
goal.
banger, yeah,
He played the ball all the way to the end line, and just pretty much touched it back. That was
and
a
sh
nutmeg,
yeah, and
and
then
just
he
power
shot it
footed it.
with yeah he shot it with pure power and he had no angle literally, and he just
Done.
scored it top ins.
Yeah, he had no angle. But in the PSG game, you saw he was all over the place. He even got a red card, dude. That's how
Yeah,
good his match was, which was a horrible challenge on Hakimi. But yeah, I think other than that, PSG, the only reason PSG were in that game was because of the red card that Luis Diaz got.
yeah, because the first half they were completely dominated. The the red card in the second half, Bayern had to relax a little bit, and but even then, PSG didn't look too
Mhm.
threatening. So yeah, I think Bayern right now is looking like the best team in Europe on
Hmm.
form and everything else because they still have amazing players that can change the game, and then they still have that young talent that is coming in and like peeking through and showing everyone like, oh, they're really dangerous.
Yeah, and Musiala has yet to come back. I know he's training, but he hasn't made his
Which
full fitness.
that's scary as well. Just thinking,
Yeah.
oh, this team and then Musiala back because remember last year he was basically carrying Bayern on his back the entire time.
Yeah. So it's insane to see. But also I want to criticize PSG for starting Dembele when he was doubtful for the match. And he right away re-aggravates his injury and he got subbed out. But it's so dumb. I don't know why they do it with Dembele's past of injuries. Well, yeah, history of injuries. It's dumb, like for him to be even risked in that situation. Like this Ballon d'Or winner, more than likely, he's gonna be out till the end of the year. Maybe he has another spark like he did last season, where come the turn of January, he just starts scoring a bunch of goals. But for now, we're gonna have to wait.
Yeah, it sort of calls into question of PSG's transfer window because they didn't really recruit that much this past summer, and considering the amount of games they played last year, they didn't bring anyone to freshen up the legs. Sure, they have academy players, but that's asking a lot for your academy players to come in and like replace them and do all these things. Because currently, right now, they are relying on those academy players because Desiree Doué, Dembele are out, Kvaratskhelia recently came back, so there's that. But you're still asking a lot for your players. I think what the only player they signed was Sabarni at center back, which is a great signing, but like it's that and the goalie, but they also got rid of Donnarumma, so like it was
Yeah,
necessary.
those are positions that don't really need too much rotation. Well, maybe the center back one, but the goalkeeper one, you definitely like you don't need rotation on that.
Hmm.
Yeah, we'll see what they do. If anything, the win against Barcelona gave them false confidence to keep using their academy players.
Yeah.
So it's a dub for me. I gotta take it somehow and like cope. But yeah, we'll just go on to the Barca match, dude. I just gotta say, Barcelona has looked very lazy. I think even Lamine Yamal, he had a bad game. In my opinion, he had a bad game, but he was carrying Barcelona, and every time Barcelona would score, they would continue to go right away like, within like 5 minutes. So it's that high line. Again, we got to figure it out. I do say it's a lot of it. A lot of it in that game was Balde's fault. He kept losing his man, and yeah, we were just conceding goals. So drop points, I think it's just making it tougher on us because I definitely don't want to play a playoff match,
Yeah.
especially how Barcelona is right now. They're just conceding way too many goals.
I think the only benefit that you see from as a Barca fan is that the offense is still clicking, or not clicking, but like it's still scoring goals.
Yeah, definitely.
But that defense is going to cost them because they can't keep, outscoring opponents at this
Mm,
rate because it just becomes too much of a burden for your forwards to be able to, do this every, I don't want to say weekday because it's like every 3 days with the current schedule.
yeah, it becomes a game of ping pong, and that's not what you want. Or basketball, as like a lot of soccer players say. Yeah, it's not what you want. And I think you said it early on in the season that Barcelona is becoming very reliant on Pedri, and it does look like it. We are definitely missing Pedri. I think in the league match, we're yet to talk about. Frankie de Jong did pick it up in the second half and kind of took over that Pedri role and managed the tempos.
But then he got
Um,
red.
yeah, and then he got a red card for a second yellow. But no, that's exactly what we needed. We just need someone to control the tempos because right now it's like we get the ball, we want to go forward right away. It's like, no, let's get the ball, relax a bit. We just ran back, did 3 sprints. Let's take it easy and build up again. Because they just ran 3 sprints and they got to go get the ball back from us if they want a high press. So yeah, we just need that tempo guy. It was gonna be De Jong, but he got a red card, like you said. But yeah, I think that's what that match for Bruges was missing. Up
Yeah,
Eddie.
but I think this causes a question of Hansi Flick's use of Marc Bernal
Yeah,
because he
definitely.
hasn't he hasn't been using him at all this year. He's got him sparingly minutes, and then I know I've saw a report saying that even some players in the locker room were questioning why he hasn't been used
Hmm.
because last year, before his terrible injury, he was looking like he was going to be that stalwart in that midfield before he picked that up, and then luckily for you guys, Casado came in and like picked up the pace as well and like showed that he could play there. But Bernal was looking like a future like a star player, but this year he still hasn't given him a chance to like show his ability.
Yeah, I think Flick is just scared and he does feel a lot of guilt and he's come out in like a press conference last year or in an interview. He said that he takes a lot of fault for Bernald's injury, that he should have subbed him off earlier. So I think he just wants to take it with caution. I know there's definitely rumors of Bernal leaving, but that's just outside. Flick has stated multiple times that he doesn't plan on selling him or even loaning him out. So I think it's kind of a blessing that uh Frankie de Jong got a red card in the league match because now he's kind of forced to use him because I
I
don't
don't
know
know.
who else he would use. Maybe
I don't
Eric
know, man.
Garcia, but like I think this is the time for Bernal to be used, and I think
I
he'd
think
solve a lot of those issues we're having with tempo.
I think yeah, like you said, if he uses him, I think it'll be very good for Barca for the present and for the future because he'll finally show I think he'll help Barca as a team out. But if he doesn't, I think that starts to question like Flick in general because it's like, what are you doing? Like, sure, you've had all these excuses beforehand, but now there's no excuse for you not to use them.
Yeah,
Like
and I'm
now is the
excited.
perfect time to give him time.
Yeah, I'm excited. I want to see if definitely if he comes out because the next match is not easy. We're facing Bilbao, but the lucky part is we're facing them at home, and they haven't been playing as good. They've only been scoring like 1 or 2 goals. But yeah, what's up?
Raising my hand because I just recently found out that apparently Athletic fans don't like us to say Bilbao because it's a name they didn't give themselves. It was something that Franco called them. so they don't like it. So they prefer if you don't say Bilbao to them. They prefer Athletic Club.
That's interesting because I have been seeing people calling him Athletic Club. Athletic.
Yeah,
They call him Athletic before they call him Bilbao. That's
yeah.
interesting. I'll respect that, dude. But yeah, so Athletic, yeah, they haven't been as good. They're relying on Nico Williams, which he's back from injury. But again, we're international break, so we're gonna have to wait. And then Iñaki, same thing, inconsistent. I think he's injured as well.
hmm
So yeah, we get to see Bernal there. Hopefully, dude. Hopefully.
I think the biggest thing right now for Athletic, their biggest what's going for them is Southside. He's been very good for them. He's been carrying the load with Nico struggling with how do you say I
Uh,
sense Pubalgia, the same thing that
Pubalgia, yeah.
what Lamine and Franco Masantuono have. So he's been struggling with that, and he's recently started coming back. But Salcedo has looked really good. He's linked with moves abroad, so he's a very good player for them. And also their DM, he's a younger player. He's looked really good, but nothing offensively.
You know what's interesting? So besides the point you just made, if you go to FootMob and you check out the league table, it used to say Club de Bilbao,
hmm
but now it's just Athletic Club. That's why I'm like I've seen that somewhere.
Yeah, because they're starting to, or it's becoming a wider known subject. So now they're trying to like get other people to recognize that, so they could stop referencing them as that. Because I remember a week ago or 2 weeks ago, even Jamie Carragher brought it up because he Athletic have a ceremony where they recognize players that have only played for one club, a one club player, and they awarded Jamie Carragher that for like being in Liverpool for his entire career because
Mhm.
Athletic really respect that sense of the whole culture of only using homegrown players or from their own region. So they gave him an award, and then they informed him of like, oh, we don't like the Bival name. We're just Athletic, and so he's like brought that up, and like more people have started to recognize that.
Yeah, it's definitely cool. Uh, the one good thing is, for Barca at least, Sancet actually is hurt. Last time he played was November 1st or the beginning of November, but he is set to come back against Barca. Hopefully he's a sub, but yeah, I think Barca just have to get through this month of January. But before we get into the league, Real Madrid, Jesse, they
Yeah,
lost
Real
to
Madrid.
Liverpool.
Us Liverpool, we were all very confident.
I was very
1-0.
confident that Real Madrid was going to win.
Yeah.
I should be more confident in them. I should keep predicting them to win more often.
No, I think Liverpool decided for this one game because they started off very well because they
Yeah.
were pressuring everything. They were running like crazy. I think they were trying to use this game to build momentum throughout their season.
Hmm.
Um, Arne Slot didn't listen to us. He did start Salah, but he also started Wirtz on the left wing.
Yeah.
So he sort of did an in-between job there,
Yeah.
but they were really pressing really hard. Uh, I think first, I think Xabi Alonso got it wrong because he started Camavinga again, the right wing, and that basically nullified one wing of where we could go because no attacks were going to come from there,
Hmm.
and we couldn't punish Robertson, who basically, doesn't provide anything forward. So there was nothing for Camavinga to nullify. And then it only left the left wing, and Vinny lost his heads again because who, what's his name?
Bradley.
Uh, Bradley, yeah, Connor Bradley. Uh, he's he lost to him physically, and then ever since then, Vinny lost his head throughout the game and decided instead of just playing to win, he was just gonna take him on until he could beat him, and then it just became a game of that, and Connor
Yeah.
Bradley was just being physical with him,
He hurt
and
his
just
ego.
basically, yeah, he nullified the left wing, so there was no attacks. So basically, Mbappe was trying to drop back and find a spot, but there like he had no one to play with, and it just nullified the attack, and there was nothing else because basically the team became was off the form because of that.
Yeah, I love the match. The one thing I didn't love is that Courtois was making so many damn saves. Like, dude,
Best goal in the world.
honestly, I think he should be in consideration for one of the best keepers of all time. I think I put him up there in the with the likes of Neuer. Um, is he better than Neuer? I don't know. There's probably a debate for it because Jesus Christ, dude, he was saving everything. It's like again like he just faces Liverpool and he's like, I'm not letting anything go through. But he let one of them go through, luckily. But yeah, dude, like that match should have been at least two or three more goals for Liverpool, but he just kept saving every single little thing. It was so annoying, dude. Like you just figured every single shot was gonna get saved. But yeah, I think it shows more of what I said. I think Madrid do have issues. They don't have if they don't if they can't find a way to be threatening with Xabi Alonso's style, they'll revert back to Ancelotti's tactics, which is just straight up long ball, which is what we saw, Jesse. But luckily it didn't work.
Well, luckily
Yeah,
for
I was gonna
you,
say
yeah.
for me.
Yeah. It just shows that Xabi Alonso's struggling to get the full locker room to understand what he wants the team to do.
Yeah.
And it sucks because coming from like Leverkusen to here, where he obviously it's hard for him to have full control because, there's a boardroom above that will always have, a say in the things, and no matter what, he can't always have his way. And then there's the players that he like, sure, as a coach, he picks a lineup and can give them the tactics and things like that, but it's up to the players to do the final result. Like he can't do anything about that. The players have to execute it, and they're not doing it. And then I think that's the biggest problem right now because he's shored up the defensive problems that were happening last year with, because Real Madrid have been the stronger defensive side this year, but the offensive problems that we've talked about are still there. And he tries to implement this new style, but if the players won't follow it, there's nothing you can do.
Yeah, and it sucks for them because Masantuano, who was playing pretty well at the beginning of the season, has that groin injury or pubic injury, as what they say now. Because he was so effective on that right side, but him getting injured, it's like just bringing weird solutions. Because, like you said, he's playing Camavinga on the right wing, which at that point you don't really need. So maybe why don't you try Arda Güler on the right? But then again, Arda Güler hasn't had the greatest matches on the right side. But again, why don't you start Brahim Diaz or even Rodrigo? Like, I don't know what's going on.
Well, he's started Brahim Diaz, and I like Brahim Diaz as a super sub offensively, but also when he hasn't looked the best for like the past year. Because like 2 years ago when he was like coming on and he was like changing games and like really was in really great form, he hasn't looked the same. He just looks ineffective currently. I don't know why. Because he has started him before in the right wing, and he just doesn't look like he provides much sometimes. I don't know why. And then I don't know. I think at this point he just has to call the end of like Rodrigo. Like, sure, you're not gonna get your time on the left wing. You gotta make do with the right wing and just do the job.
Yeah, and which he has been effective in the past, especially with the pressing. But I don't know. He doesn't want to give him the time, doesn't like him. But there's definitely going to be some shifts in the Madrid lineup next year and maybe even in January because maybe Rodrigo leaves and they bring someone else. Do I think they'll bring someone else? Probably not. They're more than likely to sell.
Yeah, I think next summer is gonna be a big change in Madrid dressing room. I'm expecting big sells and big changes to come, especially with players that Xavi also like wants for his style.
Hmm.
I think Rodrigo probably can be out, and I think like we mentioned beforehand, the scenario where both Vinny and Rodrigo are gone because Vinny is, obviously clashing heads with Xavi Alonso. He still hasn't signed a new contract, so might as well cash in on him now, get that big money, and then bring in players. Because currently, it seems like the new generation of like young upcoming talent, attacking talent especially, is like hitting right now. So I think it would be best to, get them.
Yeah, it definitely is. I've seen the rumors of Haaland potentially getting to Real Madrid, but I don't know if that'll solve. I don't think it'll solve the problem at all because I think it'll be back in the same issue where you have to play Vinicius, you have to play Mbappe, and you have to play Bellingham. And if you add Haaland on top of that, it's like you don't have control of the lineup at all.
I think if to get Haaland, they'll have to sell Vinny, and
Hmm.
I think that will help because
Yeah,
finally
then you
puts
could push Mbappe on the left and Haaland on top.
finally have a target man, someone be in the middle. Because if you see whenever like a team's drop back, that's a problem. There's no presence in the middle because both Mbappe and Vinny are hovering in that left wing area or in that around the box, and there's no one in that center to like cause pressure, so that allows like the defenders to push out.
Yeah. Hey, hopefully they don't get Haaland, dude. Maybe they get I don't know, Alvaro Morata. I hear he's always up for the journey.
No, man, nah.
But we'll go to the Premier League real quick. Arsenal lost. Oh, they didn't lose. They lost points to
They should have
Sunderland.
lost. They should have lost.
Definitely. They should have lost against Sunderland. Well, no, Sunderland scored the last minute goal.
Yeah, but the two goals, fuck them.
Sunderland got a last minute goal, which was insane. I loved it. Arsenal fans, Arsenal players were screaming that should have been a foul, but like, no, you kind of put your head in the way.
Dude, yeah, Gabriel literally threw his head in the way, and so that's what's so annoying about like players now that are calling him about fouls that they're so like oh, I put my head there, so that should mean he can't do anything about the goal anymore. Like, what do you mean? He's still gonna go for the ball, and he hit the ball. He didn't even touch you.
Yeah, if anything, he touched him afterwards, but again, it wasn't a direct kick at him. But yeah, I loved it. Sunderland, just keep doing your thing. Liverpool, they went from high to very low. They faced Man City at
They
the
got cooked.
Etihad, and they got cooked by Jeremy Doku.
Yeah, Jeremy Doku did what Vinny should have done.
Yeah, Jeremy Doku, I've been saying it. He's one of the best 1v1 players there is in the sport. He is so good. He's so shifty. And I'm saying that because I also have his rookie card for Topps Chrome, and it's numbered. So no, but I always liked him. I remember when he came into the 2018 World Cup with Belgium. Yeah, I think that was him. He was playing on the left side, and he was very young, and he was cooking, bro.
Mm,
Was
let
it?
me let me
I'm pretty sure, dude.
let me
Because I
check
think I was
that.
talking about it with Charlie.
Let me check that because I don't think he's that old.
He is 23.
Yeah, that's 7 years ago, Jerry. You 16?
I I'm trying to figure it out because I remember like the likes of him. No, it was
He
20. It was 2020, so it might have been the 2022 World Cup.
yeah, not 2018.
But yeah, he's always been a good player. Again, very shifty, and he comes from the Anderlecht Academy, and then guess where he goes, Jesse?
Rennes.
Rennes.
I told you, dude, the Rennes Academy is fire.
So
Desiree Doué, Matthias Tell,
the Millie,
Camavinga.
they just keep racking up players. So yeah, he had his way with Connor Bradley. Um, and just he even scored an amazing goal too. Like I can't believe this goal he scored because he normally doesn't really score that many goals. But that
Yeah,
was a great match.
yeah, but Ryan Cherki, oh, so good. He makes me enjoy watching football again because currently football is like in the state where like it's not as enjoyable to watch. You don't get those magical moments, but he's like that old school type of player where like he just looks so silky with the ball. It's crazy.
Yeah, he had a great performance. Haaland keeps scoring. Man City is somewhat clicking. I'm just waiting for that one spot where they stop clicking and start becoming inconsistent, but I don't think it'll come. Nico Gonzalez is actually getting starting time since Rodri got injured, and he actually scored a goal too.
Which also I want to say, Rodri hasn't looked good at all since coming back. He looks
Yes.
like a shell of himself. And I think it's about time Nico Gonzalez got to start because I think people were giving or he's got hard done in by people saying that he played bad. He was really I think he was solid for them last year and he just got a hard criticism because he wasn't like Rodri, but he's very good for what he does. He might not be like to the full potential of what Rodri was, but he's there.
Yeah, he's been racking up a couple good matches, especially this season against Brentford, Everton. Then he falls off with Villarreal and Aston Villa, but then with the Swansea, Bournemouth, Dortmund, and Liverpool, he's just been racking them up. So it does great for his confidence. I always liked him when he was in Barcelona. I thought he was going to be our Busquets replacement, but then he got an injury, and then Barca had to sell him, because they had to make money. But yeah, he's a fantastic player, and I like seeing him have a high level, and maybe he comes on a free transfer back to Barcelona. But he had a devastating ACL injury, I think.
I don't
When,
know
when before, like that was his last Barca game.
because he's back, right? Wasn't as devastating as we thought.
Hey man, see, sometimes you just have to go to another team, go to a Porto, regain your confidence, and then go to like a Man City. Uh,
Maybe.
But
But who
yeah,
knows if he goes back to Barca?
no, I don't know. I think it'll be tough because again, Barca's just stacked with midfielders. It'll be cool, but I really like them. But Liverpool on the other side of the coin for Man against Man City is not doing great in the Premier League. They just keep dropping points.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I don't understand this team. I think their transfer business was awful because again, I think also I
Like it
want to
was too
criticize
many
like
cooks in the kitchen.
yeah, because also like sure I want to criticize Konate and Van Dijk because they both haven't been like great this year, but also they've had to play literally every game because there's no replacements for them. They literally have had to put Robertson in that center back, uh Endo or Gravenberch at center back because there's no one else to replace him because they didn't buy him because they spent all their money on getting Isak when th it wasn't necessary at all. And also their midfield has gone to shit because like McAllister's level has fallen off this year. Szoboszlai I think has been their best one, and then Gravenberch is just a solid player, but like Salah has been like awful for them. Wirtz has been struggling to adapt because he's been out of position, and then I think the team as a whole has been failing because of that.
Yeah, and I'm looking right now at their defender list. So at center backs, they have Joe Gomez, which we already know his level. He's good, but he's not incredible. Van Dijk, Konate. The Italian they got,
He tore his
yeah,
ACL
towards
as soon as he got.
ACL. Probably not back until next year, January. They looks like they late December. Then they have Rice Williams,
Yeah,
and
he's a academy player or he was an academy player, but he doesn't like get any games because he's not good enough.
so if Konate injury happens or a Van Dijk injury happens, they're kind of screwed for the long term. Because yeah, Van Dijk looks like he's not gonna be able to rest the season.
Yeah,
So yeah, Liverpool bad transfer businesses. Like I said, too many cooks in the kitchen.
yeah. I know in January they're gonna be banging on every center back store and trying to get them to come.
You know who everyone's trying to get right now? Bastoni.
Bastoni, yeah, which I understand because he's a world-class center back, but I would like for him to stay at Inter. Keep that Serie A talent there.
He should come to Barca.
Now, if he's going anywhere, he should come to Madrid. We'll
Nah,
give we'll give him Asensio. We'll give him Asensio. Fair
you guys
deal.
have a
Fair.
sense, dude. He's got his level back. Yeah, I don't think he can leave Spain.
Fair deal, dude. He goes to Italy. We get Bastoni. Sounds like a fair deal to me.
Maybe after his trial.
Nah, dude, he'll go. Fair deal. Fine. We'll throw in Alaba.
Throwing
Make it fair.
that man has no knees left.
We'll throw in Alaba, dude. Make it fair.
So at the moment, it looks like Arsenal's in first place.
City's in second.
Yeah, with 4 points behind.
It's close, dude. Even though they've had a horrid start, they've started bringing it back. They're starting to look like the old Man City.
And Arsenal has to face the Tottenham next, and City has to face Newcastle.
Newcastle, who has struggled.
And then in third place is Chelsea, who won this past weekend against Wolverhampton, expected, and then
Expected.
Sunderland, of course, got the draw.
Got robbed.
But
Spurs in fifth.
and then Man U looks like they tied two in a row. They really don't want to give that guy his haircut.
Well, they drew against Spurs, right?
Yeah, which is
So
not a
it
bad
was,
result, but it is a bad result in the terms that they got scored on very late in that game.
yeah, but they're above Liverpool. So
They
what does
are
that
above
tell you?
Liverpool. That's definitely right. Because everyone, again, I was scared of Liverpool. I think everyone in the world was scared of Liverpool, but again, too many cooks. You got too many mouths to feed. This isn't basketball.
Yeah, and Aston Villa after like a bad start, they're back up there again.
Yeah. So Premier League has been interesting, nevertheless. Now let's go to a more consistent league, La Liga.
Well, then we already mentioned like two results.
Yeah, and Yeah, dude. Looks like no penalty, no party for Real Madrid.
Hey, I don't want to hear that from you, dude. You know how tough Vallecano is. And didn't you guys barely draw because of a penalty?
Barely draw. Wait, which game?
Vallecano wasn't 1-1.
Rayo Vallecano? Um, can't remember, but I know we did struggle against them. I know we played away as well. And
Yeah,
I
we also
told
played
you
away.
that stadium is not easy to play at. But
Let's see.
it's a result I
Yeah,
expected to see.
yeah. That was the penalty where you guys got it because Lamine Yamal dived and there was no VAR conveniently. The fake penalty. So it should have been a loss. So I don't want to hear it.
That seems like a La Liga problem, dude.
So you're right, Jerry. No penalty, no party for Bar.
Hey man, I'll take it. I'll take
And
it.
you know what's funny? Bar wasn't working again for this game.
No, for real?
Yeah, there was an electricity problem in the stadium. So
La
there
Liga
was
has to get their things together and start investing in their own teams. Because did you know if they want goal line technology, the clubs have to pay for it?
yeah, exactly. That's why it wasn't approved. Remember a couple years ago with the
I
Classico
remember.
game?
Yeah, I
Uh,
remember.
It's because we have it because it's required for Champions League. So
Yeah,
like Champions League club have to get it. And it's I think it was like 5 million or something like that for clubs to get it. And there's a vote that went through, convenient, and then clubs said no. And
yeah.
so yeah, it wasn't approved.
They should just
Conveniently,
make me La Liga president. You want goal line technology? Let me go get a sponsor. Let me make it the Uber Eats goal line technology.
but Jerry Barca voted for no.
I don't know about that vote, but I think they probably went with the consensus of every team can't afford it because that's pretty much their whole transfer budget. Look at Villarreal, look at Espanyol. They don't have a budget; it's inexistent.
Yeah.
So if they did approve it, they would have bankrupted a bunch of clubs. So
But
again, let
yeah,
me run La Liga.
so yeah, there's electricity problem. So like there's two instances of VAR where they were gonna look for it for like a Madrid penalty, but there was no VAR didn't have electricity, so they can't look.
Love it. I love it. So yeah, Real Madrid was celebrating a La Liga title like if they won. And yeah, there's still plenty of games left to go. And I think their next one is tough, right? They're facing Alaves.
I believe so, but I think it's at home
Oh
if I
no, they're
remember
facing
correctly.
Elche. Damn it.
Is was it Alaves or is that the one after?
No, I don't know.
Am I
But
tweaking?
it's showing Elche and they're playing away.
Yeah. No, I'm thinking Celta Vigo like in December. I don't know why.
Is Elche the team with Rafa Mir? Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So they're not an easy
There
team because they were giving
no
Barca problems.
no they were well they've sort of slowed down because they were doing really well. But they've had recent bad luck in form because they've had 3 losses in the past 5 games and 2 draws.
But again, they faced Barcelona and it wasn't an easy game. So
Yeah.
let's go Elche, dude. I'm gonna become a Lecce fan. Sheesh. But
But they do have your former Barca player.
yeah, they had a couple of them.
They have Inaki Peña,
They do.
Hector Fort.
They do. You know, they're the team with the most fullbacks.
Yeah,
That's an insane stat. Because in the Barca game, they kept just subbing in fullbacks. I was like, why?
because they can.
I mean, yeah, technically you can. But yeah, hopefully Real Madrid lost or a tie. I'll take a tie.
Who are you guys playing?
We are playing Bilbao, like I mentioned earlier.
Athletic.
Oh, yep, Athletic Club.
Yep.
But without Frankie de Jong, Gavi, I think Joan Garcia comes back. So that's a plus because Chesney lets anything go in. But yeah, it looks like Chesney definitely took on the role of backup keeper, and it's looking like it because last season he was pretty well. He did a pretty good job, and this season it's like day and night. I think that last season starting took a toll to his body. Serie A, Jesse, it
Yeah.
is insane.
Yeah, we did not expect this. We thought expect coming into the season that Napoli were going to handle things because they, usually do. They were all set up to continue their dominance, and they've begun to struggle. They lost this past weekend, and they've dropped from first to fourth now overtaken with Inter in first place at 20 with 24 points, and then Roma with Gasperini at the helm, taking them back to contention. They're in second and tied with Inter on points. Just goal difference separates them. And then Milan's in third. So it's crazy.
Yeah, it comes to show it's very unpredictable. Napoli's currently still struggling with their injured players of Kevin De Bruyne and Lukaku. And it looks like Scott McTominay can't really, what is it, put them on their backpack all game. And same thing with, I'm looking at the issues right here, like their goal difference. So Inter has scored 26 goals. The next closest is Milan, AC Milan with 17, and then it's Napoli with 16.
Oh, Bologna 18.
Oh, yeah, there's Bologna. I didn't go that down in the table, but yeah, it looks like,
They're fifth.
yeah, they're. I had my mouse over it, so I couldn't see it. But yeah, it looks like Napoli's has scoring issues, and same thing with the rest of the Serie A. The Roma one is interesting though. They have 12 goals scored, but only five conceded.
Good, solid defensively.
Yeah, but eventually you're gonna need goals, especially in the Serie A to win the games, you know?
Yeah.
So it's very interesting. We'll see what happens with Napoli. Again, these are very bad results. How many points did they drop in total? Three, five. They dropped 5 points in the past two matches.
Yeah, and it's crazy because of this bad form, there's been rumors going around that Conte might be out, which is crazy to think after he just won you the Scudetto, and then he's having a not great start, but it's still in the top four, 2 points off. And because of that, because you know how they've been linked with Kobe Mino, they're questioning if they should bring him in on January because of that, since there might be switching coaches.
Yeah, you never want to bring in the player, especially when you're on the brink of switching coaches. And I do see the Conte firing. It doesn't really surprise me too much because he is known to battle with the board.
Yeah, and he never stays in like one place for too long.
Mm-mm.
Because I think what Chelsea was like 2 years, Spurs 2 years. It fits.
Juventus as well. Yeah. So he's like, oh damn, he doesn't commit. Doesn't commit. That's
He's got
definitely one thing.
commitment issues.
He
Hey
definitely
man,
does.
same. Same, man.
He definitely does. But yeah, Inter Milan again, we were talking so bad about him, especially with like what was going on with him in the summer.
Well, they
Um,
remember they fired coach left. They brought in the new coach and experience. Chibu, he was a former player for them. He doesn't have a lot of coaching experience, but it looks like he has enough to be able to get them to first place.
but even
Uh,
outside of like the football, like I know they were having issues with ownership
Yeah,
and
the ownership and board. Yeah, because they
and they were
didn't even in the summer they didn't buy that much.
because they were also in financial troubles. Don't you remember they were like being investigated for like shady business deals?
Yep.
So yeah, this was Napoli's chance to like become a dynasty, win back-to-back titles, but doesn't look like it. Well, at the moment right now, but it doesn't look like it, especially when there's like rumors spiraling that you're already gonna fire your manager when it's just been two bad games.
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
And then
But
other Serie A news is Atalanta firing their coach.
should have never moved on from Gasperini.
That's crazy because they had like consistency was like their thing for like since what 2016, right?
Hmm.
They had Gasperini as a head coach and basically all encompassing everything in Atalanta. And now they get a new coach and he's fired in like 3 months.
It's crazy because that coach has not been having the best time with Lookman. In their Champions League match where they were playing, Lookman got subbed off. Lookman didn't like it. He started arguing with the coach. The coach like grabbed him and kind of assaulted him in a weird way. And they just having started having an exchange of words while Atalanta was scoring a game winner.
Hmm.
And yeah, they were just still having words. So that coach got on what was it? Like he started off with a bad foot. But
Yeah, and it's funny because both Serie A coaches fired this year or like high profile ones is both Croatians. Igor Tudor for Juventus, Croatian, and this one also Croatian.
not a good day, not a good day to be Croatian.
Yeah, but because of this, and Atalanta being like 15th in the table, there's rumors of, a mass exodus of talent from Atalanta because players are unsure of staying there because, before players would go there to get a resurgence in their career. But with no Gasperini and the position there is, there's a lot of players looking to leave. I know you've said Luke Luckman. He's been linked with a bunch of other clubs, but the most important one, or like I think the biggest one, is their young Italian center back, Giorgio Scalvani. With a lot of big teams and teams with money are looking at him to possibly get him because he is 21. He's had he's been very good for Atalanta, and looks like he could fix their problems for years to come.
Yeah, they have a bunch of players with talent like Emerson. So
Decalater.
yeah, and he had a very bad move to AC Milan, but I don't think it was the right fit. But I think he could thrive. And it's weird too, because with Gasperini, he was one of his best players, but he would frequently bench him and not
Yeah.
start him during certain games. So maybe he goes to Roma and gets benched a couple more times and has a couple good games. But yeah, it's a shame that what happened to Atalanta. Board didn't believe in Gasperini, and Gasperini is showing that I can do it somewhere else if they believe in me.
Yeah, but I think that's a big one to look out for I think Giorgio Scalvini, where he goes to, because I think he's a really good talent.
Definitely. Do you think he stays in Milan though? Well, not Milan, in Italy.
Italy. I don't know because the quote price, uh, I think they're saying he was 60, 70 million. It's not what Serie A teams can spend these days. Serie
Hmm.
A, the teams there aren't the big money move spenders that they were beforehand in like the 90s and early 2000s. They just don't have that money anymore to do that. If anything, I think probably like a Premier League club, maybe one of us, or maybe even Bayern.
Yeah, I just hope if he does go to the Premier League, he doesn't get lost in one of those lower mid-table Premier League clubs because it happens frequently where like a promising talent gets bought by a mid-table Premier League club and they just end up being mid and like their whole development gets stunt because of it.
Like, who was it? Like Moise Kean that went to Everton for some reason.
Yeah. That and it's one of many, dude. Like Paqueta too. Like Paqueta at one point was a very high-profile player.
Yeah,
Well,
with
no.
AC Milan, he went to Lyon
Hmm.
and then West Ham.
Which again, he had like a good season. Then he had the gambling allegation. But after that, he's kind of like we know what he is. He's not going to be any better.
Yeah.
But anything else for City? Yeah.
Um, Nothing crazy. Como, hey, maybe Como, maybe Nico Paz comes in next year, fixes our right wing problems, and goes crazy.
You got to get your Nico Pass propaganda in.
Yeah, dude, best young player in the world.
Oh my God. As far as transfer rumors, other than Kobe Mainu, is there any other ones? I know. Well, I think we talked about Liverpool for a bit, maybe getting a center
Uh,
back.
you said Lewandowski after.
Wait. You cut off. What's up?
You said before we started recording, you said Lewandowski possibly retiring after his Barca contract ends.
Yeah, there's rumors that he might retire if a good offer doesn't come from another club or he can't renew with Barcelona. I know AC Milan's interested, and I forgot the other team, but hey, Lewandowski might call it quits. I know there's also, oh my God, I just had it. Um, the Strasbourg, I was telling you about it, the league striker.
Yeah, he plays for Strasbourg. He's doing really well. I think he was our top goal scorer, right, in Serie A,
Yeah,
not Serie A,
no, so yeah.
Liga. And
I don't know if
got
he's the
me.
top goal scorer. Yeah, he is. Panicelli, he's Argentinian. He is
Yeah,
rumored to go to Barcelona, and Barcelona's eyeing him. But what sucks about him is he is owned by a curl club called Chelsea because it's part of that. What is it? Blue ownership or whatever? Blue
it's by
Group.
the company. Yeah, the group. They own it.
So it's a Chelsea-owned club.
No, no,
And
no, no. That's not Panicelli's not it. It's Emmanuel Emega.
no, I'm talking about Panicelli.
Oh no, no, he's not the one that's he. Panicelli has goals, but like the best player or like the best striker is Emega, Emmanuel Emega.
For who? Strasbourg?
Yeah,
No, but Panicelli has the most goals scored.
yeah, he's scoring goals, but that's because Emega was like injured and he missed like games, but he's like the best one. He's the best player. I'm telling you, the clubs are looking at him, not Panicelli.
Well, I just saw rumors of Barcelona getting Panicelli because they're trying to get obviously Julian Alvarez, but Julian Alvarez might be out of our price range, and more than likely is. And yeah, that's the replacement for him.
No, you might guys might get Bonicelli because uh Emmanuel Mega is the one that teams are looking at. He's really good.
Hmm. There's also rumors of Barcelona getting the Levante striker. I don't know his name.
Oh, El Nessi? Nasir?
No,
Yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah.
something with
It's
an
like
E because even
Esan,
Real Madrid is
Esan,
scouting him.
Esan. Yeah, but I think it probably goes to Premier League.
We'll see, because I know Barcelona was trying to get him in the January transfer window, but it's not possible because at this point it will be his third club in the season, and apparently that's not a thing. Well, I don't know. I've seen it happen in multiple other times, but you can't play with three clubs in one season. So that's the thing. What is his name? Not transfer stats.
It's like
A
Esan
Young.
or something.
A
Yeah,
Young.
something like that. A Young.
He has 6 goals in La Liga, no penalties.
But you know what's crazy, Jerry?
Well,
There's also Chelsea, the bastards.
who do they
They're
want?
all they're also trying to go out for Nico Paz because they needed another attacking mid winger.
Oh my God.
They're willing to offer como 100 something million.
They just gotta get investigated. Well, they have been investigated multiple times, but they just don't get charged with anything meaningful that's actually gonna hurt them. They should just get banned from European competition.
Yeah, man, they stopped going after Nico Paz. That's where I draw the line. They could do a bunch of other stuff, but once they start targeting my players, that's where I get,
Because, bro, they should just get center backs. What are they doing? Like they just see promising talent and just, I want them. And it's funny because they're legit just seeing like who works out and who doesn't, and that's it.
According to from El Nacional, Lamine Yamal has informed Barcelona's hierarchy that he wants Robert Lewandowski to be handed a new contract this summer, despite growing talk of a transfer for the veteran striker. So,
Take it with a grain of salt, bro. It's Spain newspapers. It's the not the transfer. It's the international break. There's no club football for 2 weeks. They're trying to get
oh, and good news for you. Apparently, El Fichaje says that Bayern might table an offer of 70 million for Dani Olmo.
crossing my fingers that happens. Yeah, I think we have to sell him. I'll take Harry Kane, but I don't think Harry Kane's on an expiring contract, right? He has 1 year after this year.
I mean, you guys could get Harry Kane. I think so. I hope so. Get that bum.
He's pretty good, dude.
Get that bum. Get bum out of here, man.
But other than that, I don't have any other transfer news, or do you? Is there something interesting? Oh, Messi
Uh,
went back to the Camp Nou without
yeah,
Barcelona's permission.
yeah, yeah. He just came back. I think it was said that he went unannounced, or he just basically he went to Barca because he still has his home there, and he was just chilling because I think they're on break, right?
Yeah.
So he went with Rodrigo de Paul. He just walked up to the Camp Nou Spotify Stadium. The security guard he saw it was Messi. He's like, yeah, go ahead. And he just basically walked into the field and started taking a photo shoot, dude.
No, apparently what it was is that he went there to the construction company. They were working, and he asked like, "Hey, can I go inside?" The construction company called Barcelona and let him know, and then like they said, "Yeah, go ahead." But his caption was very interesting, Jesse, and it sparks up potential rumors of him coming back to Barcelona, saying that he hopes to play here again one day, but not just for his farewell, or something along the lines of that. I'm paraphrasing, but Barcelona, Messi, back in January 2026 on a loan deal to win Champions League. That'll be the best thing in the world. Because I mean,
Yeah,
he is
bring
trying to ramp up for the World Cup.
yeah, bring the old man there so we can cook him.
He'll play Cam, dude. He doesn't have to run. Lamine Yamal will run for him.
That man will not run.
Because that at that point, if Messi does come, we could actually play Ferran Torres as a striker. That will feed my nostalgia, Jesse. I am coping at the moment because I don't think he's gonna be able to come back, but that is a dream. But that's all I got.
Oh, I was scouting a 16. That sounds wrong, but I was scouting talent. I like thinking of myself as a football scout. I was looking at young talent. So I was looking at players that provide future potential for like teams. There's a 16-year-old for Hertha BC. He's a defensive middle midfielder. Uh, Recently debuted this season. He's looking really good, and apparently, I saw reports today that Real Madrid are starting to look into him.
Interesting. I actually have news from college soccer. They're like restructuring the whole thing where they're making regions. I think it's six of them,
Hmm.
and they're just gonna do the actual football calendar from September till May, right? Because before it was just in a span of 6 weeks. So they're
Hmm.
doing that. They're making, which is a lower division. It's like the bottom four conferences,
Yep.
I guess you would say. And then the top two are right there. Then you could relegate to the bottom four, or whatever. They also changed they're changing the rules when it comes to going professional because once before you go professional, your ineligibility is done for college sports
Hmm.
as far as soccer. But that's not the case anymore. If you played a handful of games and then within a certain age range, I think you're allowed to come back into college soccer sport.
Well, it's that's a whole topic, isn't it? Because there was recently a G League player that went back and played and started to play college hoops. People were
Yeah.
like, "That's crazy."
But the cool thing is they're so obviously when it comes to soccer now it's like being evolved and like there's more data into play and everything like that. They're all compiling the data and giving it to the U.S. men's national football team or association or whatever, and they're just
Hmm.
trying to like scout more players and hopefully develop more players as they go along. Because yeah, when it comes to college soccer, you get drafted into the MLS, but then after that you're just kind of like, well, where do I go? You're kind of left in the limbo. But now they're trying to be more proactive and keep players and develop them and hopefully try to find the best of the best. But still, I don't think it solves the issue, but I think it's a step in the right direction. I think they're threatened by the USO at the moment.
Other news, Neymar is getting what is it? Criticized, rightly so, because he Santos is they this year they just recently got or was it last year? They had for the first time in their history had gotten relegated, and then like the first season back they got promoted again, but now they're again in the relegation zone. And with Neymar signing for Santos, it was supposed to be like a feel good story, keep them up on top of the table. Nope, they're in the relegation zone, and he hasn't been playing all too well. And then we all know that Neymar does extracurriculars. He had a match on Sunday. But before that match, he went to the F1 race and stayed there the entire time, and then left and then showed up to the game which they were losing, and he was not having a great game, and they subbed him out and they scored 2 goals immediately, and now there's been a lot of criticism for him. Uh, I took a screenshot of one of what one person said. Let me quickly find it for you.
Keep in mind, he started the match too.
Let me
He
see.
started the match, and then there's also rumors of Brazilian players from the national team are asking Ancelotti to grab Neymar and put him into the national team. So
Yeah.
it's pretty funny.
Santos fans think Neymar this is what the guy said. This is translated, so it's not going to be fully accurate. Santos fans think Neymar will bring glory back, but they're going to be relegated because of him and the president. It's Neymar's fault and that of his followers. Look how different the team is without him. You're a disgrace, Neymar. You didn't play at all. Damn it, you just walked around the field. You went to the Formula One, met the drivers, and then started the game and did nothing. It's shameful to play football like that. Santos scored 2 goals after you left. If they had played the whole game like they did in the second half, they might have won or at least drawn. You're not helping this team.
It's crazy what Neymar's career became at the end.
Yeah.
It was bad, but yeah, I think Ancelotti even said that he doesn't plan on bringing players that are not fully fit and not committed. But who knows? Maybe Neymar. I think he's leaving Santos, right? There's no way he
Yeah.
stays.
No, not after what's going on right now. And especially, I don't think he stays with them if they're in the second division.
Or predict his next transfer.
Goes to the retirement home that is Inter Miami.
I think he goes to Saudi.
Goes back after he robbed them of 200 million or whatever he got.
I'm pretty sure more than likely they're willing to pay him even more. Because I
Man,
mean, they
I
do
don't.
have an esports division. He's very involved in esports, so maybe.
Maybe. Maybe he just calls it quits.
Maybe.
I could I could see that. Because also, do you see the news about him? He was set to inherit like a billionaire's money.
Just for
Because
being
some like
Neymar.
yeah, because some billionaire died and he had like no family left, so he just in his will he left it to Neymar, who he never met, a
Like
Brazilian
charity,
billionaire.
he's like charity, no. Cancer research, no. Neymar. Let's give it
Neymar,
to
the
Neymar.
man, yeah, the man's already rich. Let me make him richer.
No. It's so stupid.
Yeah. But and also another bad news, I just saw that FIFA is apparently selling parking spots near the World Cup stadiums for between 75 and 175 per spot and per game day. A 2026 parking pass alone at 75 in the group stage costs more than a Category 3 ticket to any group match at the 2022 World Cup, which was 69 bucks.
Who knew all you had to do to ruin the game was go to have a World Cup in the United States.
Yeah, man.
Oh man. But you have any other news?
I texted you a goal that was scored in the Canadian Premier League.
Yeah, with the snow.
Yeah, it looks sick. That's great. That's it.
All right, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. This has been Jesse and Jerry, episode 86. Make sure to like and subscribe. Peace.
Peace.